welcome to my channel. First of all, I just have to say I'm so pressed. I recently rebought this shirt because I couldn't find it, and then yesterday cleaning out my closet and I found it. So it's my favorite shirt, so I figured it should be the shirt I wear in my first episode. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jasmine. Some people call me Jazz, some people call me G. But on YouTube it's J.Gillyy. What's up? J.Gillyy shit. So yeah, today I'm going to get ready. I'm gonna go take some pictures. And I'm gonna tell you a story while I get ready. I'll probably have to stop and talk because I don't think I can multitask. I don't know yet. We'll see. Hey Leo. Say hi. Say hi to the people. You say hi to the people? Say hi. You just want to sit in the video? You don't want to say anything? No bark? I cannot concentrate, so I had to stop recording just to do my eyebrows. I tried to do a get ready with Jazz video. I get so easily distracted. I was trying to do my eyebrows and then in the middle of the story, and then I was just stuck. So I'm gonna try wait, I said it wrong. J.Gillyy. Yeah. My last name is Gillespie, so it's Gilly. J.Gillyy. I don't even know how to say my own name. Let's see how this is going. So I just wanted to make my first episode something that's totally Jazz, totally me. I want you guys to know who I am. And if you know who I am, I think you'll like it, you'll subscribe, and you'll be back. Period. I love all things hair, all things makeup, all things art. I feel like fashion, hair, music, all of that, that's art, that's my thing. A fun fact about me, I sang professionally when I was in high school, and I really don't sing anymore because I did it so much. Literally left school to go to a gig, to travel. It was very consuming. So I really don't sing much except for church. That's another fun fact. I'm a PK. I absolutely love the Lord, and I love I love Jesus because he's done so much for me. And I think that I've struggled a lot growing up because my denomination is very anti everything that I love. My dad saw my hair, he was like, oh, don't tell nobody you love Jesus with no purple hair. So it's been really hard just kind of getting into the things that I love and perfecting my craft, I guess, and hair and all that stuff with very conservative, apostolic Christian parents. So it's definitely been a journey. But I started this channel because I love my friends, and they have been such an amazing support system for me. They have been there every step of the way through everything that I ever needed. And I'm so grateful for my friends, my friends. So my channel is just gonna be lifestyle, friends, fun, all things Jazz. For those who are getting to know me, my life is an episode of Insecure. I sometimes watching Insecure, I be feeling like Issa found a journal, one of my journals, and used it to write her episodes. So I'm just gonna tell this story because people on Twitter asked for it, and I was like, I think I should use this for my first YouTube episode. So yeah, boom, here's the story. So last year I started dating this amazing guy, and just circumstances, bad timing, I guess. It just wasn't a good fit. And I had to make the decision to be I love you, but I can't not be a priority. I need you to be sure about me the way I'm sure about you. So I had to end it in a sense. And I say that in a sense because our bond is so like crazy that I wouldn't talk to him for 2 weeks. I'd be losing my mind the whole time. And both of us would just be like, I was just waiting for you. I was just waiting for you to talk to me. So yeah. So we're still cool, but because of that, I didn't want to just like sit around and wait for him. Still, I don't want to sit around and wait for him. And that's not even to say that like we're going to get together or anything like that, but I just wanted to make sure that I took the proper steps to like move on and just live my life. There was a tweet that said like, women are just so consumed with like men. Like there's more to life than men. And I feel like I've fallen victim to that. Like I've kind of always just been wanting a relationship, even if I was silent about it. And I don't want that for myself anymore. I just want to live my life, girl. I just want to have fun. And I've always been that type of person. Like I want to have fun, but I feel like I don't know, girls, if you can like, you just kind of feel like if you have everything else, ducks in a row, you feel like the next thing is like a man, or it's just certain things you want to do with a man. So I released that. Like I let that go. But in the process, my friends were like, girl, you need to get out there. You need to date. Like you cute. You a bad bee. You don't be just sitting in the house sad, wishing that you could talk to him and he's living his life. So I had to live my life. But this particular time I tried to get out there and be living my life, it backfired. So this is the story. So there was a guy that like on and off in college, he and I were like, I refer to him as my college sweetheart. I really didn't do too much dating in college. My freshman year I came in like, them stupid girls do, with a boo. And he was back home doing everything, this, that, and the third. Called me and said, I accidentally cheated on you. Child. So after that, I really just didn't date. And this particular guy, I call him Sean. I met him probably around like sophomore year. He was a mutual friend. He was friends with a mutual friend. That's how I met him. And we just had like this ongoing like loop-de-loop circle type thing. Like, we were friends, and then people were like, are y'all dating? And we were like, nah. And then we were like, oh crap, but like, should we date? Like, do we like each other? So it was just this ongoing thing. And then he was like a couple years older. And you know how people that are older than you, and I've done it too, like, oh baby, little baby, you're 1 year older than me, like relax. So he did that to me for a while, and it was just a mess. Like from dealing with him and his manipulation and just like his toxic ways, I developed like anxiety, panic attacks. Like it really, really got bad. And so after college, we kind of like met up and expressed that we wanted to make things work, and then he ghosted me. And then the next time I saw him, he popped up with this girl, and he like left the girl in the corner all night to talk to me all night. And back then, like, I thought that was cute. I'm like, oh, he know where home is. But at the end of the day, it wasn't cute. It was very disrespectful to that girl. And that should have been, another red flag for him. But as my friends describe me in videos you guys will see, I am so willing to forgive everyone. And there are just some people that you just need to forgive, but you need to forget. Like, you just need to let them go. Leave them off where you forgave them at. So with him, after me and my friend, what am I gonna call him? The person I was dating, after he and I stopped talking in April, I started wearing less and going out more, because that's what you need to do, girl. Don't be sitting on that couch being sad and crying and all that. Okay. So he had hit me up because I was looking good on the gram, and he was like, you look good. You look good, girl. You look good. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. And he was like, we should go out sometime. I'm like, cool. So we get to texting. So he was like, yeah, we should go out. You pay for your meal. I pay for my meal, and I'll cover the drinks. Like, that should have been my red flag right there, to like leave that where it was. But I was just like, ooh, okay. So I had texted Wawa, and I was like, yo, like, why did Sean tell me like he's gonna pay for his meal, I'm gonna pay for mine, and he'll cover drinks? Like, that's wild, ain't it? She was like, girl, did you respond to that? I hope you didn't respond. And I was like, I responded. I just said, LOL, okay. Like, what are you supposed to say to that? So, long story short, after Wawa was like, girl, you shouldn't have responded to that, I basically like went off the grid. So I didn't respond to his text when we were supposed to go out. And then like he texted me again like the next week and was like, hey, like I really didn't make plans first. I'm sorry about that. How about we go to L'Oreal Plaza this Friday? So I'm like, you know what? Perfect. Because I was dating. It was his birthday. And he was having these festivities and I could have gone, but I just don't feel like it's appropriate for me to be there. And we're not together anymore. Like I didn't want to be in my feelings if in case there was someone else there or whatever the case. I didn't find it appropriate to be there. So I accepted the date from Sean or whatever, the outing, whatever. So Friday comes and at first I just like didn't want to go, but then I talked to my girlfriends about it and they were like, Jazz, like go out, have a good time, you deserve it, like, you know. So I'm like, all right, bet, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna put makeup on, I'm gonna put on the fit, like, you know, it's gonna be cool. So I do all of this, and in the middle of me getting dressed, my childhood best friend's husband calls me and he's like, Paula went into labor and the baby wasn't due for like another week. So I'm freaking out. Like I had to stop. I had to go around the house like, mommy, daddy, sister, Paula's having a baby. Like so excited. So it completely threw me off. I was supposed to leave my house by like 5:30, 5:45 to get there at 6. So then when I get off the phone, I look at my phone and Sean sent me a text message saying he was running late. I'm like, perfect, me too. So I'm like, yeah, me too. I'll be there probably around 6:30. He said he was gonna be there at 6:15. So I run out the house, hop on 295, and every exit, and I mean every, was blocked to get downtown. Ciao. I should have taken that as a sign right there. But me being me, I like text him. I'm like, hey, like, the exits are blocked off. My GPS says I'm gonna be there at this time, etc., etc. So we're communicating the whole time. And so long story short, I am 10 minutes away. I text him like, hey, I'm 10 minutes away. And he's like, bet. So I'm pulling up to park. He calls me, I answer, but it drops. He had already said his phone was acting up. So I try to call him back, it goes straight to voicemail. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm about to park, I'm gonna walk in anyway. Oh, when I text him 10 minutes away, after he said bet, he said, what you doing later? I didn't think nothing of that because it's like, I just thought it was weird because I was like, you can just ask me that when I get in the restaurant. But like, I didn't think too much into it. So yeah. So then he finally calls me back and I'm like, hey, I'm pulling up, I'm parking, I'm about to walk in. Like, where are you seated? And he was like, yeah, I left. What? I'm like, oh, like, was it like dry or something? Like, do you want to go somewhere else? He's like, yeah, no, I'm about to go to my man's house. Your man's? Like, am I going with you? that's basically what I'm thinking about in my head. Like, I'm a little confused. So I call him. I'm like, hey, well, like, where did you park? Where did you park? I'm about to pull up, you know, so we can talk about whatever is going on. He's like, yeah, I'm about to go to my man's. Like, you like, very PG. You like, have me waiting for an hour. And then one thing about me, do not exaggerate with me. Lord, that is my pet peeve. Like, did I have you waiting for an hour or did I have you waiting for 30 minutes? Like, don't size it. So I'm just like, did I have you waiting for an hour? And I'm like, but I'm updating you the whole way here. Like, I'm like, at any moment you could have said like, I'm about to leave, and I could have like turned around and went home. Like, I still would have been blown, but at least I wouldn't have been looking for parking and then for you to say you left. So he goes, I asked you what you doing later. That meant I was leaving. Nigga, in what world does that mean I'm leaving? Like, I legitimately was just like, okay, and I hung up. I'm not an arguer. I am trying to express myself more, even if it leads to an argument, but in the past I've just kind of been non-confrontational. So I just hung up. I was like, yeah, nah. So I call our mutual friend that introduced us, and I'm like, girl, why did yo leave me? Like, I'm pulling up to the restaurant and he left. She's like, what? She's like, Jasmine, call him back, cuss him out. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I call him back and I'm just like, yo, like, I don't understand, like, why, you know, you didn't say you were leaving. Like, I was communicating with you the whole time. It was traffic. He said, you were wasting my time. You had no respect for my time. So why should I respect that you were sitting in traffic to get to me? I was in my car crying, and so he's like saying all this hurtful stuff, like, you don't care about my time, so why should I care about yours? And I'm just like, huh? Like, I really felt like maybe he was thinking about someone else and talking to me. Like, I don't know who had hurt him, child. I was just confused. So I was just like, what? And then he said, I was just like, Sean, I don't understand why you couldn't just say you were leaving. Like, that's basically what I just kept saying. I just don't understand why you couldn't say, even if you felt like I was taking too long, you literally, when I said I'm 10 minutes away, you could have said I'm leaving instead of bet. Because for me, bet means keep coming. Like, yeah, I'm still here. So he was like, you're not 5. You can understand what you doing later means. No, I cannot. Like, what you doing later is not I'm leaving. You literally could have said, I'm leaving, instead of what you doing later. Like, the two are not synonymous. And after he said, I'm not 5, I blacked out and went up one side of him and down another. Child, he hung up on me. So I blew that phone up. And so he picked back up. And he was like, are you ready to talk now? Don't play with me. At this point, I'm pissed. Like, he's awakened the dragon. It takes a lot for me to be mad. And I can probably count on one hand how many times I've ever screamed in my life. And that was one of them. And so it just got to a point, like, we're having a conversation and I could just realize that he was just trying to, like, teach me a lesson. Like, I don't need to be taught a lesson. You can express to me something that you didn't like, but, like, trying to teach me a lesson in a petty way, all that's going to do is get you blocked forever. So that's exactly what happened to him. He is blocked on everything, even Facebook. It was just such a bad experience, and it let me know, like, why I stopped talking to him in the past. So that was another lesson, like, leave the past in the past. Like, the rekindling and things like that, like, a lot of those situations, they didn't work out for a reason. So you gotta let them stay where they were. But yeah, that was that story. So needless to say, he's blocked. Like, I can't stress it enough. Like, when I tell y'all, I went to look for his page to block him because I just wanted to make sure his access to me was revoked. Like, I never want to hear from you again. I never want to see you again. We do have mutual friends, and I'm sure once the pandemic is over, like, I'll probably see him at something. And it'll be the same energy because he really just, like, I feel like he blatantly played in my face. And again, I was going through other things and trying to, you know, go out to get over that. And by him doing that, I just feel like he just like ripped the Band-Aid off of emotions I was already trying to heal and trying to be optimistic. But what it did help me do is realize that, you know, when you're getting over someone, for me, I don't need to be involved with anyone else. I just need to get over the other person. And realizing, like I said in the beginning of the video, that there is more to life than being with a man. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I hope you enjoyed my little get ready video, and there are more videos to come. So I hope you subscribe, turn on that little bell so you know when I drop, and I will see you in the next video. All right, pumpkins, see ya.